Around 50,000 years ago, Earth experienced a remarkable event when a space rock collided with our planet, causing a massive explosion. This meteorite, though relatively small at around 50 meters in width, weighed an astounding 300,000 tons. Its impact left a lunar-like crater, which later became a training ground for astronauts before their historic moon landings. This iconic site is none other than Arizona's meteor crater. Such encounters with celestial bodies have been part of Earth's history for millennia. If a meteorite of similar dimensions were to strike New York today, the consequences would be catastrophic. A crater 1.3 kilometers wide would form, and the ensuing fireball would extend even further. An area within 1.7 kilometers of the impact site would be engulfed in flames, causing shattered windows and significant loss of life. Recovering from such a disaster would be a lengthy and arduous process. However, these events pale in comparison to some of the most colossal asteroid impacts in Earth's history. Many of these catastrophic impacts occurred during Earth's early years, at least from a planetary perspective. Approximately 2.2 billion years ago, a substantial asteroid made its way to the region that is now Australia, leaving behind the planet's oldest confirmed crater, Yara Baba Crater. Though it may not look like much today, this crater had a profound impact on Earth's landscape. It stretched a whopping 70 kilometers wide and had far-reaching consequences. Scientists even believe that it played a role in ending the Ice Age by altering the climate. Now, imagine a similar colossal impact occurring in the present day. If a meteor of that size were to strike Australia, a fireball would engulf an area spanning 130 kilometers in all directions. If New York were the target, the entire city would be devastated. Even the outskirts of the city would be consumed by flames, resulting in severe burns. Nevertheless, the situation could worsen significantly if an even larger asteroid were to collide with Earth, reminiscent of an event that transpired 1.8 billion years ago. In this case, an enormous comet punctured the Earth, forming a 130-kilometer-wide crater where Canada is located today, known as the Sudbury Basin. This impact ranks among the largest in Earth's history. If such an event occurred today, it would trigger a doomsday scenario. If the impact were in New York City, the city would be completely obliterated. An earthquake of unprecedented magnitude, measuring 11 on the Richter scale, would shake everything, and everything within 300 kilometers would instantly ignite. But the most devastating impact in history was the asteroid responsible for the extinction of the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. This colossal asteroid, at least 10 kilometers in width, struck what is now Mexico. If such an event happened today, the devastation would be catastrophic. The impact would create a crater 180 kilometers wide, with a fireball extending 450 kilometers in every direction. The effects would reach Canada if the asteroid struck New York, causing deafening noise and violent vibration. A second impact on Mexico would result in widespread destruction, much like what transpired when the dinosaurs went extinct. Enormous shockwaves would travel for hundreds of kilometers, leading to massive tsunamis, earthquakes, and wildfires. Now, let's discuss the most massive impact in history, the Vredefort asteroid, which occurred almost 2 billion years ago, striking what is now South Africa. It obliterated everything in its path, potentially changing the Earth's climate and certainly erasing all pre-dinosaur life. If such an impact occurred today, it would bring death and destruction on an unimaginable scale. A crater stretching 300 kilometers wide, a fireball extending 750 kilometers in all directions, intense shockwaves racing across the continent, tsunamis, earthquakes, and wildfires. The aftermath would be just as catastrophic. Debris, dust, and gases would block sunlight and pollute the atmosphere, leading to a massive extinction event and a barren Earth. Humanity might struggle to recover from such an event. Perhaps, Preventing an asteroid of this magnitude from reaching Earth is the best course of action. But that's a story for another universe tour.